Hello there, third and fourth class. I'm going to give you two quick videos for spellings this week. Spellings and a bit of grammar, really. So I hope to consolidate the stuff we did before Easter and add in a few new bits as well. So if you remember, we did OULD, OUGH, and OUGHT words before the Easter break, and that was kind of revision, really. And this week we're going to add in some new letter patterns, IGHT and ITE, and they generally make an IT sound. Not all the time now, because IGHT can be found in words like wait and number 8, but generally it makes an IT sound. So your first task is to compile two different lists. Words that contain IGHT. Remember, it doesn't have to end in it. It can be words like frighten that has IGHT in the middle of the words, and compile your list and try and learn which ones have an IGHT pattern, which ones have an ITE pattern, because that often confuses people in their writing. You would have come across a lot of the IGHT words when we did Brighton's name in the class, and the only thing confusing about Brighton's name is that his name ends in ON, and a lot of the IGHT words that have N at the end of it end in EN. So just be wary of that. Again, ITE doesn't have to come at the end of the word either. It does a lot, like bite or whatever, but you can have words like item too. So see what you can come up with in that, and I'll give you a list of words that you can compare them with. In a minute, I'm going to give you some exercises that can help you practice all these patterns and the old patterns we did last week. There's 6 new core words this week. There's only 2 J words in core list 3, so I'll give you the 2 of them, and there's 4 K words. So here they are. We've got jelly, juicy are my J words. Sorry about the video, it keeps blurring in and out. And my K words are kitchen, kite, easy one to remember because it's linked to the pattern we're doing above, knife, and knives. Now I'm not really going to focus on knife and knives here. I'm going to focus on them in the second video, because the second video is going to be a quick video and a grammar exercise of how to plural words that end in F and FE. So you'll focus on them in the other one. Jelly, it's the same ending as telly and smelly and things like that. Juicy, there's a bit of a rule to that. Juicy, so any nouns that end in E or CE, like juice, if you want to turn to an adjective, you drop your E and put in Y, so you get rid of your E and it becomes juicy. Same if you had something like spice. You want to turn it to an adjective, describing word, drop your E and put in a Y. Same with ice, icy, things like that. Kitchen, the problem with that generally is, especially in Cork, we say kitchen, kitchen. So some people might put in an E, an IN or UN at the end of that. So think of the bok hen, and kite we touched on above. So there are 6 core words. Now quickly some exercises to practice the 5 patterns up here and your core words. So one is if you've someone at home, or you can do this on them because you need to know the word and be able to spell it to do this task on someone else as well. Just to fill in the blanks exercise. So if you had something like this, you'd have to know how to spell the word to fill this in. So I change that to wood. It's practicing my OLD. Or maybe if I'm after learning off a big long list of IT words, I might know that this one could be polite. Or if I've learned some IGHT words, I might figure out that this one is height, and so on. Good way to revise them all. Another fun game, let's see, I borrowed these little toys from the kids, is heads down, or I've got hairy legs, sorry. So if you've got 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter how many people you have, give yourself a number of lives. So let's say we've got 5 lives, and use the patterns and the core words we've been using to play hairy legs. You all know how to do it, and if you land on legs, you lose one of your lives. So let's say I'll start. I'm going to pick a word, and I'm going to pick tough. So I'll start with T. Minnie says O. Mickey says U. I say G. Minnie says H. Then Mickey says I. I say have, Minnie says hairy, and legs lands on Mickey. So he's down to 4 lives, but he starts the next one. So he can call out a new word from any pattern we've done. So he might say height. So he'll start with H, E, I, G, H, T, I have hairy legs. Poor old Mickey Mouse, it lands on him again. So he's down to 3 lives. He might come up with a different one. If he comes up with enough, maybe ENOUGHI have hairy legs. Poor Mickey Mouse is down to 2, so he's going to change it up a bit. He might try an ITE word like bite. BITE, I have hairy legs, and lands on me. I'm down to 4 lives. That's a fun way you can do it. Or you can do a stairwell. So look here, I've got, you know how to do these two. The patterns that we've done so far, written up on top. What I'd say for this game is it's going to be hard to get those patterns in every time. So if you can get one of these patterns in, you get 2 points for that word. If you have to use a word that doesn't have one of these patterns, you get 1 point. But if you spell any word wrong, you don't get a point for that round. So I might start myself off here now with a nice easy one. Bite. Okay, that's spelled right, so I'll get my point for that. The next person might do a word. Enough, sorry, I'll get 2 points for that because it's using one of my endings. Enough, that's using that ending, so that person will get 2 points. Then I might go height. Yeah, that's using IGHT ending. Then if you can't think of one that starts with T, maybe you could just come up with trapped, and as long, or something like that. As long as it's spelled right, you get 1 point. Then the next person might say, haha, I can put in drought here, and I'll get 2 points for that because it's using one of those endings. Let's say then I go tough. That's 2 points for me. Sorry, 2 points for me. And next person can't think of something that begins with H using one of these patterns, so they come up with a different word. They go for hammer, but they're after spelling it wrong. There's 2 M's in hammer. So focus in camera, will you? Yeah, so they'll get 0 points for that. And then at the end, make sure you've had an equal amount of goals and tally up your points. Okay, so video 2 then will focus on the plurals.